Okay, let's see what is gonna happen here. So we get pranked by the mid lane, and right now I know Ezreal has E, so I don't need to tank the spike hook. And then right here, this is my mistake. I should have immediately tried to tank this and engage. I waited a little bit too much here. I tried to go in the middle of them, Q both of them, and then here I tried to tank the Karma Q, which I do it super well. This is actually my bad, and I didn't play it quite bad here. I try to walk up right now, and we try to do something. We go on the Vayne, and she dies. Ezreal of course pushes the wave. I go back to mid lane, try to get some vision. He's gonna try to push this, and even he's staying. The reason why he's staying, even though he has 2k gold, he knows that he's super strong. Pyke just died. So 1v1 against Vayne, he can auto attack her to death. So this is the reason why he stayed. Of course, if you're low elo, you might wonder, wait, why is he not recalling? He has 2k gold. I mean, he knows that he's significantly stronger than Vayne, so he stays. Of course, if he was like 1-0 or 2-0 and Vayne is also 2-0 and he has this gold, he does not stay here, because in that case he's not actually consistently and significantly stronger than the enemy, but in this specific case he is. What's going on, guys? Besides here, into today's video we're gonna learn so much about bot lane, AD carry, and also support. This specific game is a game from my master tier account with 63% win rate. In this specific game there are many players that are super good. For example, this guy at the time where I was recording, he was challenger. We have Nomads on mid lane, on pro player from Unicorns on low. We have actually pretty good players. Enemy indicator was also challenger. Right now I actually just checked their match history, and we do have right here Grandmaster 600 almost, 360 Nomads. We have some like low master players. This guy was Grandmaster last season, 800 LP. This guy is Grandmaster. So we have kind of like high elo, I guess you can say. This specific game we're gonna see the laning phase. We're gonna see the later stages of Ezreal and Alistar. Alistar is me. We're gonna try to analyze what Ezreal did, how he played it, laning phase, trading patterns that he actually did. Why is this guy Grandmaster? Why is this guy challenger last season, 800, 900 Grandmaster LP? He is not a weak player. So let's get started. Perfect. Let's go. So theoretically what we expect here in this laning phase is very simple. It's Ezreal with Alistar against Vayne and Pyke. We need to play for push and we need to play for prior, because Vayne has to be stomped early on. Kiana has to do 3 camps into bot lane, because obviously when you have Pyke and you have an AD carry like Vayne, Twitch, Kog'Maw, you need to play around them. You need to play very hard around them. You need to stomp bot lane. And of course Lilia is probably gonna look to counter gank, or either just go for the full clear towards top lane, which I personally don't agree. So let's take a look at this. Are you watching your own game? Yes. So let's take a look at this. So theoretically, I don't think we should leash here. We should just go back to lane right away, because if Vayne, Pyke, they don't leash against Alistar, they'll have a very easy time to play. Ezreal should Q the minions a few times, and then if he has a push advantage, then he should just walk up. Let's see what's gonna happen here. We're gonna just go towards top lane. He is just going to stay into the brush. This is very good. Most of the low elo players, they don't do this. This brush is very nice. Most of the high elo players, they do this. They go into the brush and they try to punish. Even if Vayne was here, he can just throw Q and run away, so there is no threat. Let's see how this Ezreal is going to behave. He tried to Q. The Vayne is going to try to walk up with the Q. Ezreal is super aggressive here because he has PTA, queuing the minions for prio. Of course, I'm also auto-attacking the minions constantly. Vayne is super high elo player, 900 LP, Grandmaster last season, challenger. When we were recording this, now I actually just start W. Pyke unfortunately couldn't do really much, just because if he charges his Q, I can just double him and I can stop his Q. We're pushing really hard, getting level 2 advantage, and easy peasy lemon squeezy, we get the push. It's gonna be pretty hard for the Vayne right now to actually farm into the tower, because Ezreal is gonna pressure. Do you guys see what I'm doing right now? I'm staying in Fog of War. The reason why I'm actually staying in Fog of War here, they don't really see me, is because I'm fake warding. Fake warding meaning that I'm acting like I go on the river, so into the brain of the Vayne, he's like, oh, he actually went for a ward here, maybe a ward here, maybe a ward here, maybe a going mid lane if the mid lane is diveable, or maybe just going for the deep ward right here. So why is a fake ward good? Well, first of all, I make them think that I'm warding deep, so most likely when Kiana is gonna come, they're gonna ping these brushes worded, because they don't know exactly like what is happening and which brush I actually have it worded. And it's a good way if you don't have a word to fool the enemy team, think that, oh shit, they have a word. It's pretty good. What what does Ezreal do? Well, since he's ungankable against this composition as Ezreal, he keeps pushing. He knows that and he sees that Vayne can't farm into the tower. She has 9 farm, so he's keep pushing like a psychopath. Of course, if the chances of him dying right here is high, he either wards and then keeps pushing after he wards, or if he doesn't have a ward, he stops pushing. We see Kiana top lane right now. I don't actually throw my combo here because I know that if I throw my combo, the Pyke can hook me right here and it can stun me. But if Pyke goes in or tries to actually do something crazy, I just immediately right away double to him. He tries to hook me right now, try to go on the Vayne. Of course, we're talking about Grandmaster 500 LP. He eat me instantly, so that was easy peasy, but we still won. We know Vayne is most likely gonna recall here. We keep staying. Of course, Vayne is super smart and she stays. The reason why I say it's smart is because right now she has only 500 gold. Recalling with 500 gold is super greed. So what she's doing is that she sees the wave pushing and she actually stays. Right now, what she should have done instead here is that she should stay into the fog of war here. We wouldn't restay for the plate because it's full HP, so we just want to see if she's in tower. So what she should have been doing is that she should stay here, lose like 2, maximum 3 minions intentionally, and then she should walk up to the wave, because after she loses 3 minions, we're gonna be like, oh shit, we haven't seen Vayne, she lost 3 minions, she's definitely recalled. And then we're gonna go right here, press B, and there we go, there she goes. She's gonna go to the wave and she's gonna get the minions. This is 900 LP Grandmaster player. I think 1000 LP challenger will do that. I think 1000 LP challenger will do that, and she should stay here for sure.
Are you an AD carry main struggling to make an impact in your games? Is your damage output disappointingly low, leaving you feeling frustrated and powerless in the role you love? Introducing our specialized coaching program designed to supercharge your AD carry performance. Imagine a world where your damage, decision making and farming skills are 10 times better and the outcome of your games is no longer left to chance. Meet Chase. Just like you, he was once stuck in the same position, facing low damage and inconsistency in his games. Let's see what happened after his coaching experience, from Diamond 4 to Master Tier. Wow! And here is Jordan and Brett. Both transformed into formidable AD carry after the coaching session. These success stories aren't just isolated cases, they are a part of a community of over 3,243 players who benefited from the coaching program. If it worked for them, why not for you? Picture yourself as an unstoppable AD carry. It's not a dream, it's your potential with the coaching session. Don't wait any longer, visit Visite.com, book your coaching and become the AD carry the enemy team hates to play against.
Because she's not diveable if she plays it really good. I mean, okay, if you're bronze and you're like, oh coach, but what are you doing? You know, of course she's recall because she was low. I mean, yeah, this kind of thinking can work in super low elo like platinum or, you know, gold. But challenger players they know very well their limits and they don't like to lose anything, so they try to greed a little bit when they know their limits. Of course, this Ezreal was also a really good player. He punished. Vayne was greedy to get some melees extra, so that's why they actually did this. This guy is gonna recall right away, gonna buy boots. We're both gonna go bot lane. There's no reason for me to go mid lane unless I wanna crush this wave. I go for some vision, but I don't actually spend too much time on the mid lane. And then we're gonna go bot lane. Wave is coming into us right here. Theoretically, practically we just want to push because we just want to actually punish the Vayne and get prio. Here I'm playing super aggressive. We're not really scared at all. This Ezreal is kiting super well. He is tanking the Ezreal Q, the Pyke Q, because he knows that Ezreal E works against Pyke like Ezreal E against Blitzcrank. What do you mean? What do you mean? That means if Blitzcrank is on a hook and you buffer E, you're actually just gonna E away, right? This works against Pyke as well. It doesn't work against Thresh though, but it works against Pyke or Blitzcrank. Super good. Now he doesn't have E for like 15 seconds, so we're gonna play super slow. I'm not really gonna do anything crazy, and right now I'm not even throwing my combo because I know that if I throw my combo, the Vayne is gonna E me. So what I do, I walk up to the Vayne, I wait her on them, and then I just engage on the Pyke of Vinovicevic. I use Ignite on him, I run away, I don't want to die here, use my face rush. Ezreal was hitting like a madman here, and then exhaust, try to go on her. Here we could have easily looked to recall because wave was coming into us, but since Ezreal hard pinged me to actually push the wave, we pushed it. The reason why he pinged me, it's most likely, yeah, he had 1k gold. He probably wants to get Warhammer plus Sheen, which in this specific case is, well, 400 gold for plus 1000 gold. For the Sheen is 1.4k gold. The reason why he pushes this is because he knows that he has really good items by pushing. Of course, if he had the Sheen and Warhammer, he shouldn't push. Wave is coming into us, but in this case it's really easy to push. Also jungle was top lane, so he even used his E to push the minions because of course he actually saw the guy being there. We went to mid lane, actually win this fight mid lane. Again, we're talking about Nomans, Unicorns of Love player, so we just actually play with him here. Let's see how I actually did this. Ezreal is just going to look to go to the laning phase to E, to the laning phase to be faster there. I go in, I immediately go on the pike, I try to tank the Karma Q here as much as possible, and then here I keep staying on mid lane. I see Kiana on mid lane. Remember what Ezreal did, he actually E to the lane, but he also Q'd the Krugs immediately, so he can actually lower the cooldown of his E. He Q'd like 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4 here. You get 1.5 seconds for each Q, so you can calculate how much cooldown you actually can get here by Qing the minions, and he can get like double E. So right now he's gonna be safe. I'm gonna stay mid lane, I'm gonna tank the Karma Q. I stay super forward here. I see Kiana right there, so we're just gonna bait. I don't want to waste my time / take the experience of a pro player, so we're just going to go bot lane. Right now the guy is trying to go on me, doesn't really matter. So we see that the Ezreal does his stuff. Let's see how he's fighting right here. So he doubled this. Is he gonna E in? Yeah, he's gonna E in. The Vayne is gonna try to hit him 3 times. He's actually queuing even the minions here, not only because I mean he knows that he can't queue Vayne, but he knows that he can stack his passive on the minions. That's 10% attack speed, and obviously he has PTA and he has significantly more items, so he wants to force this. And right now he doesn't just flash on her, because she knows that if he trades flash for flash, he didn't really know about the flash of Vayne. It's not really so good for him. He wants to have his flash. There is some of you could say, yeah, but why? Because Ezreal against Vayne, she needs to flash more than Ezreal, right? Well, it depends a lot on the kill threat, because Alistar is not really a threat for the Vayne because she has condemned, so if she's no flash it doesn't really matter that much. And Ezreal, if he has flash, he can 2v3, so most likely the Ezreal is thinking about that, and he's actually valuing his flash because of the fact that he can 2v3. Vayne is anyways weak, so a flash for flash against Vayne is not really worth it, so this is the reason why he didn't flash. Of course, all of these things are going through a mind of challenger players. You can use the thinking of you know, let me just trade flash for flash in like below diamond elo, but if you want to be high elo, then you gotta think about this super complex thought process, and you kind of have to think about, hey, is it really worth it? What is the kill threat and everything? He's getting level 6, he goes to the brush, and of course before he ults he goes to the brush first, because he knows that not even a grandmaster player can really react to this. And of course the guy actually predicted him. Of course he immediately ulted like this right away, because he knew that Vayne will have really good reaction, because we're talking about a grandmaster. I think this guy was even challenger at the time when this was actually recorded, so he knew he's gonna dodge. He predicted with the ult. Now flash E Q just to make sure. Pyke should have tried to tank it, but he couldn't do much. He just flashed. Then we just push. I queued the minions. What is Ezreal gonna do? It's very simple. He's gonna keep pushing. Even if Kiana is here, we're just winning, so it doesn't matter. He knows his limits. Okay, let's see what is gonna happen here. So we get pranked by the mid lane, and right now I know Ezreal has E, so I don't need to tank the spike hook. And then right here, this is my mistake. I should have immediately tried to tank this and engage. I waited a little bit too much here. I tried to go in the middle of them, Q both of them, and then here I tried to tank the Karma Q, which I do it super well. This is actually my bad, and I didn't play it quite bad here. I try to walk up right now, and we try to do something. We go on the Vayne, and she dies. Ezreal of course pushes the wave. I go back to mid lane, try to get some vision. He's gonna try to push this, and even he's staying. The reason why he's staying, even though he has 2k gold, he knows that he's super strong. Pyke just died, so 1v1 against Vayne, he can auto attack her to death. So this is the reason why he stayed. Of course, if you're low elo, you might wonder, wait, why is he not recalling? He has 2k gold. I mean, he knows that he's significantly stronger than Vayne, so he stays. Of course, if he was like 1-0 or 2-0 and Vayne is also 2-0 and he has this gold, he does not stay here, because in that case he's not actually consistently and significantly stronger than the enemy. But in this specific case he is. Of course he gets engaged. Is he gonna lose this? He is actually gonna lose this. She leveled up, so it was actually quite close. I think it's just he played it quite bad. Q auto, good. He has E. He should not use his E, he should just Q, because if he uses, okay, this Q actually lost him. The reason why he shouldn't use his E there is because if he E's, he doesn't have mana for Q, so he just prioritized the Q. He tried to actually go into the brush because he knew that Vayne doesn't have a ward there, and he tried to play it really good with the brush, but this is actually a big troll. I was actually very worried when I saw this. And he swapped to mid lane because Nomans, he's super strong, so he wants to stay bot lane. Of course, if you don't do this at home, you generally want to just get the tower first before a group mid lane, but if your mid lane is already there and he's strong, Ezreal, Caitlyn, MF, champs like this can group mid lane. If you do it while you play Vayne or champions like that can't really group mid lane that easy, I wouldn't recommend it though. I wouldn't recommend it. Of course, we go bot lane, barely kill them both. Ezreal needs to get pushed in, he needs to get the wave pushed, and then he's gonna play a bit safe. He's hovering the Lilia right now, and it's pretty easy peasy. I stay around bot lane. We die here, but it doesn't matter because we get mid tower. This word is a challenger word from Ezreal. It's a really good word. And yeah, it was quite clean till now. This was a 24 minutes game. He actually just recalls because he has a huge amount of gold. So he actually played it quite clean. How did he win the laning phase? Constantly Q the minions, getting prior and get good vision. He was always really confident to play around his PTA. Now we can see how flexible he is on the map, and most of the players will just farm a lot, but no, what he wants to do is just he wants to push the wave and just be reactive to the map. He doesn't want to just AFK in the mid lane getting farm, so he wants to convert. And of course, this is how you convert your lead into a win. Like most of the players that can't convert a win after they win the lane phase is because they just keep farming and farming and farming and farming and farming. Like, bro, you farm until when? Get your items and just group mid and do something. So yes, he played good in lane. He knew his limits. He played around his PTA. He knew the matchup. I don't agree with the leash though. I think in super high low, like her 1000 LP challenger in El West, we don't leash. And that's how he won the lane phase. He knew the matchup, he knew his limits, he knew how to play this. He played also super good mechanically, and we played quite well. I also did my job in the lane phase, even though it wasn't really perfect. Definitely didn't play not even close to challenger level. I think maybe I placed close to grandmaster level in the lane phase with some big mistakes at points. Did he play challenger level? He played really well. I don't think Vayne played like super well. He did many mistakes, many mistakes. But yeah, what is he gonna do in the mid game? He grouped mid lane, he's pushing a lot, he's very reactive to the map, he's playing super good aggressively, super aggressive, because on Ezreal this is what you need to do. You need to play aggressive. A lot of times if you wanna convert your lead into a win, you need to play aggressive, because otherwise you're not gonna do damage, right? So this is what he's gonna do. He's gonna be very reactive on the map. At the same time, he's also gonna farm a lot. And yeah, right now he has a huge amount of gold. He's not gonna follow us bot lane with 3k gold in his inventory. And yeah, we're just gonna play super slow. He has 2 items and a half. You guys see how much he's moving on the map and how much he's taking camps, but at the same time when we're fighting right now, he's gonna be with us. Look at this. Most of the players can't do this. They either farm too much or too little. They either AFK farm or they fight too much. If you don't know how to do it, I recommend you to watch as many videos as possible from my channel, because this is gonna help you to understand better when you should group and when you shouldn't. And obviously if you still have problems with doing that, it's super easy. It's really easy to fix it in coaching, so you should definitely try out coaching if you haven't done it and you want to get higher, or you want to improve, or you want to fix your mistakes. Try out coaching and everything can be better in your gameplay. If you're 80 carry main, you should definitely check it out. Of course, going back to the gameplay right now, he does have 1.5k gold. He actually recalls with more nomads at the same time, and right now it's quite easy. We're just gonna play for Nashor. And yeah, it's not really gonna be a big of a deal. So simple words, he won the laning phase by knowing what was his plan, knowing what his champions do, and knowing how to abuse the enemy champions based on the matchup. He played his champion mechanically well. Not only that, he knew what he's actually doing, he knew how he should be playing the lane, but he also executed well, because this is another problem that people do. It is like, I know what to do, but I'm not executing it well. Well, then you need to play more of your champion. Then you need to play less champions. Then maybe you're too much autopilot, so playing 10 games per day, maybe it's actually holding you back instead of helping you. So many things that you can do. If you struggle with autopilot, get coaching, because I can give you my routine so you don't never autopilot, or like very rarely autopilot. And yeah, this is what he did in the laning phase. He knew his limits. Later on, he pushed waves mid lane. He knew that his champion can siege mid lane very well. Then he sieged, he got pushed, and he was very reactive to the map. He was always looking to follow, always looking to fight, and yeah, he also played it good mechanically. This is what actually moved him to high elo, even though some of you could say, yeah bro, but Vayne fucked it up so much. How is this guy grandmaster? They are boosted, you know, Ezreal missed so many Qs. Guys, you can find mistakes in any rank, right? Like, no one is perfect, and of course, if this guy is challenger, that doesn't mean he's gonna hit every single Q with all humans, you know. Even if you're Guma Sushi, that's gonna happen. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope this helped you. Let me know if it helped you. Subscribe, like, and everything. Check out the Patreon for beautiful videos about 80 carry tier list and more amazing things. Thank you again so much for watching, and hope to see you next video. Bye bye.
$5. If you have problems improving and getting better in the game faster but cannot afford booking coaching, on my Patreon you can access more than 627 VOD reviews, premium videos about how to wave management, mid-game macro, and tier lists that will show you the best champions to climb and to improve for your elo. And these are not on YouTube, this is only on Patreon, they're exclusive. Moreover, you can participate in the free coaching waiting list to get a premium VOD review. I'm giving away 2 free VOD reviews every single week. All what you need to do is simple 2-step process. Subscribe to my Patreon and share your OPGG, and voila, you are on the waiting list. You're gonna get a personalized VOD review for any game in your match history. For just $5, you get not only the free VOD review, but a whole bunch of exclusive benefits that will supercharge your gaming experience. It's a small investment for a big return. And it's just $5, it's no brainer, right? But here is the deal, you've got to act quickly. The waiting list is already filling up fast. 55 people already subscribed to the Patreon, and there are 6 people that they already are on board, they are on the waiting list. And more are joining every moment. Now, do you want to secure your spot for a free VOD review? Go ahead on my Patreon and reserve it right now.